What's going on, Cancer? How are you doing? Hope we're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for April 20th through May 5th, 2023. So in this reading, Cancer, we're going to take a look at your recent past, your present energy, and your immediate future in regards to this powerful eclipse season that we find ourselves in. We just had a powerful solar eclipse on the 20th of April, and we're going to have a very powerful lunar eclipse on the 5th of May. And so most likely when you're watching this, Cancer, we're like in the middle of these two powerful eclipses. And these eclipses, especially the one that just happened on the 20th of April in Aries, the solar eclipse, has brought a lot of permanent change. So it wouldn't surprise me if some of you watching this are even in a new relationship than when you were watching my last reading like 2 weeks ago or whatever it may be. A lot of changes. So when I talk about the recent past in this reading, Cancer, we're really referring to the period up until April 20th. So what happened before the solar eclipse. When I refer to the present moment, the current energy in this reading, we're talking about the time in between eclipses, so right now, obviously. And then when we talk about the immediate future in this reading, when I refer to it, Cancer, we're really referring to the period after May 5th, what's going to happen May 5th onward, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio onward, okay? So that's the format here. And Cancer, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button and subscribe down below for the new viewers out there. That would also really appreciate, that'd be a way to appreciate the channel, and it would really help me out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and pull the energy and see what wants to come through for you for this eclipse reading, Cancer. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this active divination for the sign of Cancer. Yeah. See what we got here for you, Cancer. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot, Cancer. Why did this say? Okay. Well, a lot of you, I'm just going to like lay something out. It's not going to be for all of you. A lot of you recently finally moved on from an ex, or you finally, in the recent past, so up until the 20th of April, there was some sort of really toxic situation that you finally let go of. And for some of you, Cancer, this has been the person that I've been talking to about on this channel for months. Like the returning viewers, if you've recently moved house, changed partners or something, there's a lot of justice coming in for you right now in the eclipse season, and you did what you had to do. No matter who you are though, Cancer, your opportunity, let's start off with your opportunity for this eclipse season, is the world. Alright, do you know how powerful this is, Cancer? This is really like the completion, the culmination of a soul's journey. And so it represents some sort of upgrade as your opportunity. Most of you, this is going to be a relational upgrade. I'm just going to be honest, like what's coming through as there's some sort of personal upgrade in your relationships. It doesn't just have to be love. It could be other things as well. I do just get like your rapid maturity going on in your life. So some of you may have recently decided like I want children or something like that. We're going to see why the world is your upgrade, why the world is your opportunity. But I love that, Cancer. It's coming through as something that you were wishing for a long time has finally like produced a manifestation. So a lot of you have been really yearning for a better relationship with someone, or like even to date someone better, to get out of a toxic thing, and that like thing that you've been cooking in your aura has finally now come up. Now your challenge is the Ten of Wands. The challenge is the Ten of Wands, Cancer. So some of you are still a little bit hung up on on moving on from someone. That's the first message that's coming through, Cancer. The Ten of Wands is someone who feels like they're carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. There's some sort of burden that's your challenge. For some of you, it's just about like really solidifying the timeline jump that happened, because a lot of you literally jumped timelines. You may not know it, or for a lot of you do know it. But the Ten of Wands is your challenge, and then the World is your upgrade. There's something about just like letting yourself be comfortable with the upgrade, knowing that you deserve the best. We're going to have to see why it's your challenge. Some of you also, this may have to do with work. Definitely does for some of you. What's going on during this eclipse season is, for a lot of you, although there has been a really upgrade in your relationship department, now because you've manifested that one win, you want more, and you want it to extend into like all areas of your life is what I'm getting. So there could be something around, well, now that that's fixed, or now that this is better, like let's get everything else better too. I don't know. But in your recent past, Cancer, wow, oh wow, your recent past was not a very good time, but I do think that you overcame something. In the recent past, you have the Six of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and also the Five of Swords, right? The swords represent the mind and also conflict. It's coming through as conflict with you and a person. For a lot of you, there was a final end to a breakup. There was a straw that broke the camel's back. You finally moved on from someone. Whether this is physical or just mentally declaring something, like some of you may have done a burning ritual, or you may have really done something to like, some of you, I mean, the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords is like, you may have felt so stuck with someone that you did something drastic just to get away from them. And some of you had to do that. Whether or not you're going to face karma for that could be showing up right now for a select few of you. So, like, let's just say if some of you flipped out and you did something negative in terms of an action that you took to harm someone, that maybe from a certain perspective they did deserve it. Maybe they did screw you over and so you felt justified, but there is something here about some of you could be facing karma in the present moment. Not all of you. I'm not getting that from most of you, depending on how it ended, because for some of you, there was a real nasty ending. But sometimes you have to do what you had to do to take your power back. Others of you went a little bit too far. There was a peaceful option. We're going to have to see why. The reason I'm saying all this as well, Cancer, is because, or whatever that, some of you it's a relationship that you moved on from, most of you, but it's something weird that you alleviated yourself from a prison, if that makes any sense in your past. Now, in the present moment, so from the 20th of April to the 5th of May, you do have the Justice card, but it's right next to the Devil and also the Four of Swords. For a lot of you here right now, there is someone way better that you're interacting with now, so you're dating them now, or there's someone who's coming in who's going to bring a very healing experience to you in contrast to your past. It's almost like balancing forces is what I'm getting. The Devil has to do with toxicity. The Four of Swords has to do with healing and taking time out for yourself, and obviously the Justice card is restoring harmony, bringing balance. And so right now, a lot of you feel very balanced, like, some of you could be feeling like, wow, I can't believe I stayed with that person for so long. The toxic, whether it was physical or just mentally staying with them. But for a lot of you, you do have a deeper download that it had to happen this way for you. Because you also, I want some of you to understand something very deep right now. For those of you that got out of the toxic thing, Eight of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Swords in your past, and I'll stop talking about the past in a minute. But there was a soul contract there. And so some of you actually had to stay around in a toxic situation because there was something going on a higher level. So some of you actually are going to receive really good karma. For those of you that stuck around with someone that was toxic, but for some reason it's like that's just the way the cookie crumbled, like you had to be with that person, whether it was just tying up loose ends or whatever. There's something almost like you can release this person now, whoever it is in your past, Cancer, you can release them now. But there is someone new. So some of you, like, this is a juggling thing. You let go of someone, now there's someone new immediately. But for some of you who, like, just as an example, like, you slashed a hole in your ex's tires, or, the Eight of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Swords, there could be a little bit of, like, a little bit of weirdness coming in. We're going to have to clarify why the Justice's card. It's only going to be a select few of you who really lashed out or who really did something that you know wasn't from your bigger self. It was from your smaller, wounded self. And sometimes you need to do that, but you know. I don't know. Now let's go to your future, though. When it comes to your immediate future, so May 5th onward, Cancer, I honestly feel that someone who you're talking to now, this new person, there is a potential for there to be a quickening, but too much, or someone takes a little bit too much of control for some of you. In your immediate future, Cancer, you have the Emperor upright, you have the Strength card, and you also have the Four of Cups here. So what I see happening in your immediate future is, for some of you, someone definitely is behaving very like toxic masculinity that causes you to pull away. So it may be a different form of toxic masculinity than you're used to, but it still shows up. Now, for some of you, don't be too attached to gender, right? If you're a woman and you're into women or whatever it is, just make it another woman, right? It's just energy, okay? So, but someone could really think they know how to run the relationship, and someone wants submission from the other person, and I don't know if, for some of you, you're not ready to give it to this new person. But overall, you are looking good. Like, no matter what happens after the 5th of May, the Emperor and the Strength card is you and your power. So even if there is something weird around love, as it reads right now, I see there being like a mature way to handle it, if that makes any sense. So let's go ahead and start clarifying this reading, Cancer, and let's go ahead and clarify why the World is here in your opportunity. Major upgrade. This has turned into a love reading, basically, but let's see what else wants to sprinkle itself into here. Really interesting energy. Let's see why is the World here, Cancer, as your opportunity. The World in your opportunity is clarified by the Lovers, the Ace of Wands, and the Moon. Yeah, Cancer, I mean, well, the Moon is you, first of all. And so the Lovers and the Ace of Wands, clearly there's an opportunity for a new beginning in love with someone that really potentially makes your mouth water. Like, wow, this person's really hot. There's really an interest there. The Lovers, the Ace of Wands, and also the Moon. For some of you, this is because the Moon is coming out, and that's you, Cancer, ruled by the Moon. There is something about a new soul contract. Some of you don't have to believe in that. It's fine. But for some of you here, there is something going on with your subconscious mind as well as this opportunity. Like, you primed it. What I'm getting here for a lot of you, Cancer, is remember what I mentioned in the beginning of this reading, how some of you have been really making a wish on the inside. You know, you've been yearning, wishing, visualizing, feeling into what it would feel like to have a better relationship. I feel like you can thank your subconscious mind for this upgrade. Your opportunity, Cancer, is just to go with the flow and know that you've basically... Because in this particular reading, I'm not really getting anything about... Cancer, please pay attention to controlling your emotions. Like, Cancer, please... because sometimes when I'm doing a love reading, it's all about, okay, like, you have a good situation, but now it's time to channel your emotions and make sure that you regulate everything and make sure that you're, like, basically staying on top of love manifestation. Like, feel it now to receive it. I feel like you've already built up such a momentum of, like, love, whether it's, like, you visualizing it or whatever, that it's just going to come to you now. So you don't have to worry about that as your opportunity, okay? Like, you've laid down the foundation. And also the Moon to the Ace of Wands and the Lovers is like, listen to how you feel. Like, if you feel that spark with someone, go for it and then see how it goes, right? The Moon is your opportunity. Like, sometimes you don't need to know how everything's going to work out. Like, you don't know if this person is going to be in your life forever. All you have to know is they're here right now, because there is a new person, definitely in love. Whether they're coming in and they haven't yet from the 20th to the 5th, or they're already here. For a lot of you, they're already here. Let's see why the 10 of Wands is here in your challenge. Well, yeah, the Ace of Cups. So the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Cups. A lot of you, no matter how bad someone abused you or whatever it is, and you're doing a good job. Like, I'll say you've let it go. But some of you, you're really still attached to an old love. And the messed up thing about this one for you, Cancer, is some of you, your old lover is going to immediately start acting right, which is really just a reflection of their own kind of like weird consciousness, that they only start to act right when you have a better option. But for some of you, the Ten of Wands in your challenge and the Ace of Cups here is whether it's you still being pretty attached to your ex even though they treated you badly, or for some of you, there's someone from your past or it's a recent ex that all of a sudden is going to start to act right when they hear about you with this new person. Because some of you, I'm getting, they're not going to see you with this new person. They're just going to hear about it like through a third party or something. Some of them, But your challenge is definitely all with love, and your opportunity is with love. Okay, Cancer? So just be aware of this. The problem is like, yeah, I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and see. Let's just go ahead and I'm not even going to worry about the Well, let's clarify the Six of Swords, actually. Like, what did you move on from? Just give me a little bit of detail for that, Cancer. Why is the Six of Swords here in your recent past? So up until the eclipse. Yeah. The Six of Swords is clarified by the Magician, the Seven of Wands, and also the Eight of Wands here. So I really feel like, yeah, there was something here that you just kind of got up and left, right? The Six of Swords is travel. The Eight of Wands is also movement, open fields, travel, communication. The Seven of Wands is putting up a boundary, and the Magician is you potentially using spiritual energy to make a move, or once again, your opportunity being the Moon is your subconscious mind basically exploded. Like, what I'm getting from this, Cancer, is you were no longer a vibrational match to that ex, or you were no longer a vibrational match to it. And so however it manifested, it's going to be different. Like, the universe took it away from you, or the universe presented you an opportunity for someone new. And that's what we're on now. We're on this new person. So let's go ahead and clarify why the Justice card is here in the present moment. Well, yeah, the Justice card is clarified first of all by the Five of Cups. So there's justice to your own emotions. It doesn't surprise me at all. So there's someone here who's like bringing balance into your life, okay? Because you were mistreated, someone like the universe is it's just the law of correspondence, however you want to call it, like balanced forces, karma. Why is the Justice card here? Two more. Queen of Cups almost popped out. All right. The Justice card is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Cups to the Justice card. So interesting, you have the Five and you have the Five. I do like that because that's justice. So for a lot of you here, there's finally justice to making a new choice to move beyond the thought or the actual physical embodiment of another ex-lover. There's finally an opportunity to kind of get you moving. Because for some of you, a lot of you tried to move on from this ex like over and over again, or you tried to stop thinking about them, but for whatever reason, for some of you that from a higher level, there was a reason for you to still be in their life. But for most of you, it's just almost like you had to wait for this eclipse to like help stamp that energy out. Let's see why you're dealing with the Devil in the present moment, though. Why are you dealing with the Devil right now? So a lot of you, there's justice as well to mistreatment. Some of you, there was someone who like was not really taking care of you, or it made like, hold on. The Devil is clarified. King and the Queen of Cups, Cancer. All right, King and the Queen of the same suit to the Devil. Oh my God. Okay, I don't even really have to say much. So now, for some of you, there's already toxicity with this new person in the present moment. Not gonna lie. Some of you, this new person, you're starting to find problems with in the present moment. For a lot of you, if this new person that you're with, there is no toxicity up until this point, and you don't feel it coming, because you can feel everything, Cancer, then this is to do with your ex. Once again, this is to do with the person you're finally letting go, and it's a temptation now. Because what did I tell you? As soon as you get someone new, as soon as the person can feel, like, I've had this so many times, Cancer, like when, like, I'm spiritual or that sounds so like blah. Let's just put it like this way. I'm very aware of energetic cords that I have with people, even if they pretend like they don't exist. So many times, like, if you're fresh off a breakup, your ex may go like no contact with you, and maybe that's healthy, but you can still feel the energetic cord. And as soon as you really move on, like, they'll reach out, you know, like something like that. Like, you're going to be a lot of you are going to be tempted by this ex who's going to start to act right when you have this other option. And for some of you in the future, with the Emperor, the Four of Cups, and the Strength card, you may actually have, and this is literally going to be like for a very minimal amount of you, there could be something where someone steps in and tells someone to fuck off. You know, you may have like someone who abused you in the past, like, try to reach out, but you're with someone new now, and they're just like, yo, like, stop talking to this person right now. Like, stop talking to this person right now, you know? And then finally, there's that, like, extra oomph of, like, door closed. But depending on who you're letting go of and why you can't and why it's so hard, once again, I'm sorry, I don't want to put this out there, but I'm not really fully convinced that you're fully over them. But that's okay. You know, sometimes we have exes and we're going to love them forever. And part of what could be going on right now for you, Cancer, is a lot of you, because it's necessary for you to have this hard, like, close, you have to hold space as well and realize you're always going to love this person, this toxic person that you're letting go of. Like, you're always going to love them. And if you're kind of open with that, you can kind of create a distance then and be like, listen, I always love you, but that's it. And so then that kind of, because I kind of think someone could be feeding off you hating on them, or there's a potential for that. Now, let's go ahead and clarify why the Emperor is here in your future. Because let's see, for some of you, there's going to be someone who really shows, like, proper masculine ownership in a relationship. Not, like, negative ownership, but, like, taking you as a part of the person's self and you doing the same for them. And so there's a healthy boundary here for some, like, for some of you in the future, you're going to be like, wow, like, they stood up for me, or like something. Let's see why the Emperor is here in your future. Could be connecting with the fire sign Aries for some of you. Doesn't have to be. Leo for others of you. Fire signs, I mean. Why is the Emperor here? The Emperor in your future is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and also the Justice card. Super interesting that the Justice card and the Four of Swords is right next to each other as well in your overall general energy. So for a lot of you, this is just, the Justice could well have to do with someone protecting you, right? Like protection on the level of thought. Like, justice brings balance to the realm of thought and, like, karma. So for a lot of you, you have a presence who's going to protect you now. Some of you may not like that, some of you may, but you have healing as well, and you have the Page of Pentacles. So no matter who you are, there's just, once May 5th comes here, you're going to be like, you're not going to be entwined to your past as much as you currently are even right now. And I understand many of you are not totally now, but something's coming around, I'm telling you. Oh my god, sorry, the camera stopped recording. But some of you in the future, you finally get your emotional state balanced, and then you can focus on work. But let's clarify why the Four of Cups is here for you, Cancer, in your future, after May 5th, after the eclipse. Why is the Four of Cups here, though, for you, Cancer, in the future? Alright, you have the Three of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Uh-oh. So turning, and you have the Four of Cups in your future is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Pentacles. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Be careful that you don't miss an opportunity here in the future when it comes to work, or when it comes to, For a lot of you, you may have to turn down a big opportunity in love with this new person, because if it's happening too quickly and you know that you're truly not over this ex, maybe it's not fair to the new person to fully commit to them if you know, for example, that you're not fully over this ex yet. For others of you, this is going to have to do with work. The Four of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Pentacles. So May 5th onward, pay attention to business opportunities and pay attention to where spirit is guiding you to make money. Because for a lot of you, there's a danger that you're going to be so caught up in love, this whole love saga, that you're going to stop focusing on your career and miss a big opportunity. Whatever this is, Cancer, just pay attention, because whether it's someone, whether it's this new lover that's really, once again, the world to the Lovers, to the Ace of Wands is your opportunity. There's really could be someone that you're with that's going to take you to the next level here, but they're going to require your collaboration, like Three of Pentacles. Like, there could be someone who you don't like how they involve you or something, but no matter what, Cancer, you have an abundance of opportunities, and there's a lot that you're letting go and moving through right now, and you are in a totally new reality. And so right now you have a plethora of lovers, you have a plethora of choices. This is not a reading of scarcity, this is a reading of abundance. And so with that being said, it's really up to you. I hope that me reading the energy here has helped you, Cancer. And if it did, definitely smash that like button on this video, definitely helps me out. But with that being said, I'm going to peace out, Cancer. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you next.